This is the Try Swim Coach podcast, where the most difficult leg of the triathlon becomes your friend, leaving your struggles and your competition behind you. TrySwimCoach.com, helping you to laugh at the water.
Welcome to Try Swim Coach. This is Kevin, and this is episode 94. And in just a minute, I have an interview with Try Swim Coach ambassador and Team 500 member, Martin Boardman. And he's an age group triathlete in Canada, and we covered some of his background and what he's up to, and wanted to bring some of these athletes that I have that are Try Swim Coach members and just kind of get their story out there, as I think people are interested in what others are doing in terms of training and just their lives and how they got into the sport. So this is the last one in the series, and we'll get back to some regular shows. Chris and I will do a show next time and get back to our regularly scheduled content. So just quickly before we get to the interview, I've been working with a company, Xterra, and they have a product called Lava Pants, and it's been getting amazing reviews. Chris Haig, who works with us, has a pair and loves them, and I've heard some just amazing things about them in terms of how it can help you train and just the feel of them. It's kind of like putting on a wetsuit. Anyway, we have a discount if you would like to take advantage of that. If you're interested in trying out the Lava Pants for $50 off. I actually met with the guys at Xterra. They're right down the street from where I am in San Diego, and they are offering $50 off at xterrawetsuits.com. That's XTERRA wetsuits.com. If you use the code TRYSWIM, and you need to capitalize that TRISWIM in all caps, you can get $50 off the Lava Pants. And I think they're $150 right now. So for about $100, you can pick yourself up a pair. So that is the discount. And let me know if you end up getting a pair. Let me know, and let me know how you like them, how it helps your training, and what you're getting out of them, because we've had some great reports. Chris did a blog post on the Lava Pants. If you want to look at that, tryswimcoach.com/blog. You can check that out. And yeah, anyway, I hope everything's going great for you. And thanks for listening to this show. Here is my interview with Martin Boardman. Have a great week of training, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, well, I am excited to have Try Swim Coach, Team 500 member and ambassador Martin Boardman on the show today. Hey, Martin, welcome to Try Swim Coach.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I have a chance for people to get to know you and, your journey to where you are now. And so if we could just start out with where you grew up and how did you get into triathlon?
Okay, well, I was born in the UK. I grew up in a town just south of Manchester in England. But now I'm living in Canada. I've lived in the Netherlands as well for 3 years before moving to Canada. I married a Canadian, which kind of brought me over here. And how did I get started in triathlon? Probably the first time I really saw triathlon would be the Sydney Olympic Games when Simon Whitfield won the gold for Canada, and just excited at triathlon. I'd grown up biking to school all the time. My bike was my only form of transport, and I swam and I run and I ran. And so putting all three together just sounded really good, but I had no thoughts of ever actually being able to do something like that. And then I joined a run club in January of 2008, and some of the people in the running club were also doing triathlon. And so in July, I signed up for my first triathlon in Niagara, in Ontario, and the Niagara Triathlon. And I got hooked from the first moment. And so I've been active and doing triathlon ever since.
Nice. So what is it that you love about triathlons versus just any other kind of activity?
I think it's the challenge of the three different disciplines. I mean, I run a lot and run a number of running races, and they're fun to do, but just the challenge of switching from swimming to biking to running and everything that goes along with that just is exciting and different.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so these days, what is your training schedule like? I know we talked about some of the challenges of living in Alberta when you're trying to train for summer races. What's your schedule typically like these days?
I swim 3 times a week. Our local pool opens early mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm there first thing to do my swimming and get that in right at the start of the day. And then generally later on in the afternoon, I will either run or bike. And then Mondays and Fridays, usually it's a run and a bike if I can get those in. Kind of depends on schedule, depends what's happening during the week. But I try to do 3 runs and 3 bike rides and 3 swims at least in a week. Some different lengths of runs and rides, but just try and get that in.
Nice. So do you take a day off then at all, or is it pretty much every day you're doing something?
Sunday is a day off for me. I'm a pastor, so actually it's not a day off, it's my work day, but there's no time to do anything else. So generally Sunday is a rest day.
Okay. Great. Yeah, that was my philosophy always is a day off works well for me. I think a lot of people just want to do something every day and just have to have the consistency. But, I think it really depends on how the length of your race is and what the priority level is as well. So
occasionally I'll go out for a bike ride on a Sunday, but it's not usually anything intense. It's just usually more fun related.
Just a fun ride. Yeah, that's a great idea. So now you're one of our most active members on Team 500. What's your experience with TriSwim Coach been like?
It's been really helpful. Prior to starting with TriSwim Coach, I would do the same workout every day in the pool each time and maybe slightly different, but it was pretty repetitive and so the same thing day in, day out. And that you lose focus very quickly, whereas suddenly now I have different challenges, each workout, different things to do. Some surprising things because I don't always read the workout ahead of time, and it's just a lot more challenging, and it's pushed me more in the last 7 months since we've been started than I have previously, I think.
That's great. And you said that your most recent race, you took some time off of your swim time from the last time you did it?
Yeah, I took 7 seconds off the swim time, which I was impressed with because I hadn't done much during the week leading up to because I've been away. I was impressed.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really good, especially for swimming where it is important to continually get in the water and keep the feel and everything. Yeah, that sounds like a great thing. And we really appreciate your enthusiasm and your posting your pictures and your workout experiences. That's been really motivating for people. So
it's just fun to do. Just having the team and knowing that there's other people there doing the same stuff that you are doing really helps, and has really the sort of competition between each one throughout the month keeps you going to the pool. There's been a couple of times where it's like, oh, I really don't want to, but if I miss, then I'm going to get behind, and that competitiveness within me won't let that happen. So that's been good.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, we try to set up those challenges so everybody's accountable and everything. So that definitely helps. Now, what's your key to staying in great shape and just being consistent overall?
Really, it's enjoying it. You've got to enjoy what you're doing. And most of the time I do enjoy it. Those in the pool will say sometimes you can hear me muttering under my breath when I suddenly realize what you've asked us to do. But that's good, and challenging and pushing yourself. And then really just finding a schedule that works for you and kind of being consistent in that as much as possible, I think is really the best way to stay in good shape. Eating healthily helps too.
Yeah, so just to follow up on that, do you have any specific diet that you kind of follow, or how do you eat healthy?
That's a real challenge. And happens, we generally eat healthy meals most of the time, but there are times when that doesn't happen. I do juice, and so I have the benefit from that at least 3 times a week, so that's helpful. And just kind of watching what you eat and everything in moderation.
Yeah, including moderation, right?
Yes, yeah. That really is the key, is it's okay to indulge occasionally.
Yeah.
And not feel guilty about that.
Exactly. By the way, what's the triathlon scene like there where you are in Alberta?
There are a lot of triathlons around, beginning kind of June through till September. That's kind of the season.
Yeah.
So you can find some of them are smaller triathlons taking place in local pools. Others are lake swims that take place. We have some great ones. There's in September, Banff. National Park has a wonderful triathlon. I've not actually done it, but it is just beautiful scenery, so it's a great place to go. And then if you go a little further afield from Alberta, you can head into BC or into Saskatchewan, and they both have races as well. So there's lots of opportunity for all different levels of racing here in Alberta.
Yeah, and it sounds great. Are there tri clubs or teams around that you can hang out with sometimes, or?
No, where I am, I'm 2 hours southeast of Calgary, and just in the middle of the prairies.
Yeah.
There isn't anybody here. There are some people that I run with and some people that I swim with, and a few people. It's beginning to grow, kind of this interest in triathlon. So we could see something in the next couple of years, I would imagine. But you'd have to go to Calgary to actually find a triathlon club.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so you have to be really dedicated then to get it all done.
Yeah. And most of the time I am. There are some days where it just doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's raining or cold, and we say, no, we'll just stay inside today.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to read this thing. You sent me a race report for this Vulcan triathlon, and I was laughing. You said that the organizers of the race said, this is what they said about the weather for race day. It says, we can guarantee the following conditions on race day. It will be either a perfect race day with 25 degrees Celsius temperatures, clear skies and light winds, or snow, torrential rains, baking heat, 40 Celsius temps, dust storms, dry winds, wet winds, or hail. We have even had them all on the same day. Welcome to Alberta. That was hilarious.
Yep, that really sums up what life is like here sometimes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it really impresses me, like the people that continue to get out there in those kind of places, because I live mostly in San Diego where we don't have weather. Like there's just no weather. It's pretty much always it's either sunny and nice, or it's cloudy and not too cold, not too warm. So yeah, no excuses here.
Yeah, San Diego sounds really good some days. Some days it's really nice here. Today is a beautiful day, but there are other days where, somewhere warm would be nice.
Yeah, definitely. So now, another question. Now, can you give us something that most people don't know about you that you can share on the podcast?
My deepest, darkest secret.
That's right.
Probably the one that most people don't know, and I don't broadcast too loudly, especially when my wife's around, is that I do sneak the chocolate chips from the cupboard on occasions.
Ooh.
There's a little bit of an addiction there, I guess, to chocolate. So that's probably the thing that most people don't know about me. The rest, most people know.
Yeah. We won't let her hear this podcast, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, that's probably the thing.
Yeah, that's not too bad. So what's your plan now for this year as far as racing, training, traveling? What's your plan for 2015?
The big race will be the World Triathlons in Chicago in September. I qualified last year, so I get to be a part of Team Canada for the age group races this year. So really looking forward to that. That's the focus of the year, really. That's the big main race. And there's a couple of smaller ones leading up to that, but that's the big one.
That's Olympic distance?
Yeah, the Olympic distance.
And what age group are you again?
40 to 45.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yes, it is. There's lots of really good people at that age group.
Yeah, there definitely are. And it seems like what happens is people kind of get involved with whatever it is, their careers, families, all kinds of things, and then they kind of get back into the athletics around late 30s, early 40s, and then start getting really competitive again. So.
Yeah, it's that midlife crisis, I guess.
Yeah, something like that for sure. All right. Well, that's about all I had. So, Martin, it's been really great having you on the show and chatting with you about your story. We're going to post this on your ambassador page so everyone can hear it. And good luck with everything that you're doing. And we look forward to just seeing more of your pictures in the Team 500 area.
Great. Thank you, Kevin, for all of your help and coaching and encouragement over the last few months. I look forward to continuing.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening to another episode covering swimming and triathlon mastery. To get your free online swim clinic, just go to tryswimlessons.com. Give us your name and email, and we'll have session number 1 off to you right away. Begin your process of befriending the swim and laughing at the water now.